Hello everybody, how are we doing tonight? Dr. Stephanie Stroud here with Cornerstone's Pet Tip of the Week, and today we're going to talk about some tips for you guys when you are introducing new pets into your household, whether this is the first time or if this is maybe you have a pet and you're looking at getting either a dog or a cat from a rescue or the Humane Society, or maybe you've gotten a new puppy or kitten, any animal you're introducing. So we're going to talk about some tips on how to do that. So first off, tip and very important is before you introduce any animal into your household, you need to make sure that they have been assessed by a veterinarian. You need to make sure that you have all their health concerns addressed, make sure that they are on flea and tick prevention, make sure that they don't have any internal parasites such as roundworms or hookworms. Definitely don't want to introduce any parasites into the household when you've already got those taken care of with your pet at home. So don't want to cross-contaminate or cause any problems there. So definitely making sure you have the pet checked out by your veterinarian before you introduce them into the household is very important. Number two, especially this is important when introducing dogs. It's probably more practical in introducing dogs, is you want to try to introduce the pets at home with the new pets on a neutral ground, meaning that sometimes our pets can be very territorial. They want to guard their home, that is their safe place, and so they're not always very friendly to new pets coming onto the premises. And so if you can introduce pets to each other on a neutral basis, maybe you're thinking about bringing a new dog in the house, maybe meet with the potential breeder you're getting them from, take your dog with you, maybe meet at a park, somewhere along those lines where it's neutral ground and there's no reason for either of the pets to be territorial. Let them sniff each other, kind of get used to each other, know what each other smells like before you bring them home, okay? Another way you can kind of do that, and it might work with cats some, is something called scent swapping. And so sometimes you can take things from the pet's current home, whether that be a blanket, maybe a favorite toy they like to play with, and take it home to the new pet or the pet that you have at home and let them kind of smell and get used to the other pet that way before actually bringing them into the house. So scent swapping is a great way to do that. It's a good way to do that with cats especially. You do want to watch in your cats for any adverse reactions. So if they start urinating outside the litter box or become angry or any abnormal behavior, then that is certainly something you should talk to your veterinarian before introducing another cat into the household, as you may end up with some problems there that you don't want to deal with. So definitely, if scent swapping is a good way to kind of introduce and see if your cat or your dog will be tolerable of other pets in the household. So that definitely is a good way to do it. Next thing you can do is once you bring them into the house and bring them to the new home, keeping them separate and giving them their own areas is highly advisable. And so a lot of ways what I will tell people and clients to do is to have a separate room for the new pets so that the new pets and the old pets at home can start to smell each other underneath the door, okay? That is a good way to, one, prevent fights in your household when you're not there, but two, it gets them used to that smell and they're not going crazy when they're seeing you working with that other pet or working with the old pet. They don't get jealous, and so they don't end up having as many behavior changes. So definitely let them get used to each other under the door. After you do that, you can gradually let them be present with each other under supervised conditions for short periods of time. Again, letting them get used to each other will really help with that, okay? Another thing that's really helpful is when you do introduce them, bring treats. So bring the favorite treat that you give your dog, so that they know, hey, this is positive when this other animal is around. This isn't a bad thing. I get treats, and it's a happy time when I do that. So, bringing treats, making that experience something more of a positive thing will help quite a bit. And you always, like I said, you can give treats to the other dog too, and so that gets them more comfortable with you. The other thing I would recommend is definitely having separate bedding for the animals, and so you don't want to, bring in anything from the other pet that may have, potential fleas or any other parasites, any diseases. You don't want to bring that home to your pets. And so making sure that you have clean new bedding for the new pets as you introduce them, so you're not bringing anything into your pets currently at home. And then the last thing that I would recommend, they make these wonderful thing called pheromone diffusers. For dogs, we use something called Adaptil, and in cats we use Feel Away. And what this is these pheromones basically, you can put it into your house. It's a plug-in, just like a Glade plug-in that helps make your house smell nice. You can put those in the house, and that helps to calm down the tension as these animals breathe them in. A lot of times these pheromones are basically the same ones that moms put off when they're nursing and as they are lactating with the puppies and the kittens. And so it's more of a relaxing pheromone to help these guys just be calm, not to be as territorial. So that is a great thing to have in your house as you're introducing new pets, and so that the current pets don't get stressed out with the new pets, and the new pets aren't as stressed out with being in a new environment. So those are all do's that I would highly consider doing before you introduce and as you introduce your new fur baby into your family. If you have more tips that you do, I'd love to hear about them. Put them in the comments below. Otherwise, I will chat with you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Have a happy Monday. Bye-bye.